Sick. This week, we're working to improve our operations and just finding things that we can do to keep clients updated as much as possible, because at the end of the day, we know that if you're a client and you don't see like samples in hand, that's kind of the only telltale sign of like us doing any work. And for us, we're always working. We're always, I mean, you see on the table, we have like 30 to 40 samples a week. And I mean, that's us working, right? It's if we don't work, we don't get new samples, the clients are even more unhappy. So how do we improve that process to make sure they are understanding that we are doing things every single week, even though they may not get samples every week? So now we are sending out weekly emails of every single thing that we do, tech pack revisions, feedbacks, maybe references being sent, or anything in general that we do. We update the clients so that they have an understanding of like, okay, cool, like they're working. All right, I'm not gonna bother them. Because at the end of the day, like, you would rather be in front of these situations and let clients know ahead before they even have to ask. Because once they have to ask, that's when you know, like, hey, like, what's going on here? Like, are you guys not working? I'm paying you, like, you're not doing anything. So, you know, we're still a new company and we're working to improve our operations every single day as much as possible. We have like 8 or 9, either 8 or 9 product development clients right now. So it is a lot, and because those are not just 8 or 9 clients, those are 8 or 9 brands. And so that's a lot to undertake, in the sense of like, we may be doing multiple collections at a time, and it's not just 1 or 2 items at a time. You know, we have some clients that are doing 15 pieces for one collection, and some clients are doing 20, and some clients are doing 4. So just all in all, like we have like over 100 different styles in production, and we just got to make sure that we're in front of it for these clients, and we know they appreciate that. So Chris, Rosa, this is Ashley. She's our lead designer. She's based in Toronto, but we wanted to introduce you guys. Obviously, you have access to her at all times. Derek is gonna make a Discord channel specifically for you guys. There'll be kind of like sub channels in which, like, you know, for communication. We're also working on a new platform that we're building out called Basecamp. So that's kind of where we're gonna start migrating all the communications. I think, like, for my recommendation, actually, maybe there's like 3 types of materials that we could sample for them. One is probably go with like a really nice, like, softer cotton spandex, right? Like kind of like that softer route of like maybe going out, and maybe the second piece is almost like a jacquard stretch, like a stretch jacquard polo. And then the third one would probably be like a really nice, he really likes Rhone, so maybe like a really nice like poly spandex, like a super high grade, or even a nylon spandex.
I will send you the invoice spec doc. I will send you that ancillary service endorsement doc. In there we'll have my email, my phone. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Gotcha. And then does the driver scan the manifest on pickup as well, or?
He does not.
Okay.
It's just his kind of chain of custody, if you will.
Okay.
Here's what I'm being tendered. Here's what I'm transporting to DHL.
I would like to use Gaylords.
Okay.
Currently, we just fill up the USPS bags, but Gaylords would kind of work a little bit better with our operations for sure.
3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pallets. Let me think of what I'm gonna say though. Right now we got 8 pallets of Poppy Kid stuff, and they're actually gonna do an in-person sale in Houston, Texas. So we've gone and got all this stuff off the shelf. They sent us a list, and I was able to compile it into our system to actually show where the location is, because obviously a client doesn't know that. So I was able to do a little Excel magic, got the sheet to Adam, and he was able to go up, and other team members were able to help him. But anyways, we got 8 pallets, and they're gonna come pick this up today so that they can sell this in person.
If y'all know anyone who has kids and wants stuff, send them over Sunday, because we're gonna practically be giving it away. We're gonna be like, here's a bag, 30 bucks. Like,
you got kids.
And then we have some people
Yes,
on board
yes,
to
sell
donate.
all of.
So right here, we put in parentheses, and then we wrote on the box 1 with a big Sharpie.
Okay,
so you
y'all
guys
probably
know,
got it if you got
right?
it.
So, but there's maybe like all the sheets that have a location are in here, and then you'll also see a box 1.A or 1.B, and that was because 2 other employees were helping so they could be on their own sheet.
You got to tell me about May.
What about May? We want to know about May.
I was asking Kevin too how he felt about how May.
Oh, it's the end of May.
More
huh?
like this May.
dude.
Why don't we?
blinked,
Yeah.
May is gone.
Did you got Kevin's honest feedback about May?
Not yet.
All right, so we weren't here a
week.
third of the month. So how about Kevin give the May summarization?
May,
We'll see
probably
their
our
reaction.
wildest month according to everybody. Just like, obviously we were finishing booking on the Post, so we were getting their last PO in. It was like 8,000 units on the last truck, so it was just a little bit of everything. So we were still trying to put a bunch of their other POs up and get them all on shelf, and then getting that in, and then everybody's launching at once, and the Post launches on Wednesday and Sunday. Anyways, it was dismay. I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, it was a lot. Just, and they have a lot of shoes and stuff, so
We
everything
went through
was tough.
some operational changes as well in May. While we were
change.
a lot of things. I think we've said this multiple times. A lot was going on while we were in China. Couldn't be here to physically do it, but you know, Candle. Kevin, I got Villa Essen on my mind. Now next week we can get back to working on our operations, cleaning things up, getting people settled in, and see what normal operations with all these new clients look like, and then figure out what we need to do to improve. If we need to bring on some more people, if we need to reassign some people. But yeah, that's just it on the fulfillment side. I mean, product development side, what do we signed a client. We brought on a new client in May.
Client. A lot of new leads.
A lot of new leads. Yeah.
Business has been growing, but again, like with growth comes a lot of headaches.
We've learned from some of these things that Daniel's talking about. We've learned as a business, and we've already implemented solutions to improve a lot of those things that we were kind of lacking on. So everything is a learning experience as a startup, and we'll probably in the next month have a lot more changes, right? We're constantly evolving and changing as a business, and figuring out what we need to do to serve our clients, serve our employees, and things like that. So
And
we can talk about
sometimes-
some of these changes we're going to roll out on the fulfillment side and the pro dev side.
And sometimes when you have a business that prides itself on customer service, when things are not your fault, a majority of the time, you still have to take the blame. You still got to take the blame, and that's just the
Gotta throw
way.
that in there.
Wait, hold on. Is
Customer
that
service.
the customers are always right, right?
Customers are always right. Like
Remember that.
A lot of things on the product development side were manufacturer problems and timelines not being met by manufacturers, but like clients don't really care sometimes, and even on the fulfillment side, right? Like they only see the product being delivered to the consumer. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Or
the majority of the
shipped or
problem.
not.
Or this
They
order's
don't-
late or hasn't shipped. Why hasn't it shipped?
They don't care about how many other clients that we fulfill for, how many other clients that we develop for. Like that's not in their eyes. That's not their problem. And so, as a business that services a lot of different clients, I think at our belt right now we have like 25 clients, 26 different clients that we service
Between the two companies,
between the two companies, and it's a lot right now, But I think as a team, we're doing a pretty good job in managing these expectations, and just like Derek said, growing internally, improving ourselves for the future proofing side, right? Just making sure these issues don't happen again.
Yeah.
And just covering our asses, honestly,
It helps having people that also can take some of the stress off of what we do, right? Like Kevin takes a lot of the warehouse off me right now, that I can focus on how we're gonna get better as a business and improve and things like that. So little by little, we're offloading some of these tasks that Daniel and I tend to hold on to, which we probably shouldn't be holding on to. So
It's a busy month.
That's part of being a business owner, yeah. Figuring out ways
Black
to
Squad.
offload that. But man, June is gonna be even crazier. Had a crazy call
fucking
today for
crazy
the blanks. We'll talk about that.
We
Maybe.
We might be going to Turkey soon.
Oh God.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we'll fly anywhere. I'll fly there tomorrow.
Anyways, is this the end of this video?
What video is this?
I don't know. Is this the?
Are we doing a sit down?
Are we closing this video for tomorrow?